Hey,
One of the realest lives ever right here, baby. Yeah.
hey,
Ice water. Yeah. It's official. I don't need your energy or need you to feel of me, a friend of me. So we can talk with anything that she's sleeping with the enemy. Damn, she's sleeping with the enemy? Uh-oh. Word. I don't need a bitch that the fuck my homies are honest. I'm something like body bitch, that's the keys to the box. I just told you on my 28th in the parking lot, and I was sometime after time you wasn't shit by my body. Okay, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Yeah. You move like you've been talking to old boy wild. Go back to man from the fake tears. Yeah, that's the drive, face the land, both sides for my head. This shit gotta stop. Don't need you to enemy, be afraid of me. If I had an RIP, I should be sleeping with the enemy. Damn. You could win, you wanna put a gun, but no time to take me from a gun. You wanna love this dog, but I don't need your energy. Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. The #1 podcast in the nation. We popping once again tonight, man. And out of a lot of people I know around here, a lot of people would have been and quit years ago. Hey, we got somebody else special tonight. Bruh has been through to hell and literally back right here on earth. So when they talk about people on demon time and all that, he probably really could understand and tell you know where it come from. Cause he done been there, back here, back around the corners again, man. With no further ado, we're gonna get a young guy, man. He done been through a lot, and we're gonna discuss the song we just heard, Sleeping with the Enemy. We're gonna see what is that song really about? Like what happened? Then we're gonna get to the new album, Torn Soul. Man, I've heard some tracks on it. I'm saying, like, yeah, he's taking that music step to a whole nother level. So it's a lot that we're gonna talk about tonight, man. We got the boy Dirty MAC in here. And also, you know, no further ado, man, introducing Ice Water. Get that man his flowers right here.
What up? What up?
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate the podcast.
that's Water Production.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate you, Dirty, KK. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, already.
Most definitely. So hey, man, fresh off top, man. Yeah, your boy in the D. Let's see boy Dirty on the hen dog, man. Hey, Sip, man, what's up with the song Sleeping with the Enemy, bruh? Oh, you said that's what? What's that? I ain't hear
it. Sleeping with the Enemy.
We got to roll up.
Hey, for real.
Chop it up. You hear me?
Pull up, come chop it up. Hey, much respect. Yeah.
Sleeping with the Enemy just it came from hold on. I got some activity going on. Hold on 1 second. Sleeping with the Enemy just came from the real life shit. It was basically a situation that happened to me about 2013, 14.
Yeah.
Nigga just got caught up trying to take care. It really started when I was taking care of a girl for relationship wise. I was really with her for about almost 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And ended up taking care of her a little bit too longer because she really didn't want to work. And it started off as a good thing because the first it was just sex and I seen potential, but you can't live off sex and potential. You know what I'm saying? So, at first, you know, I had met her when she was like 22. I think I was like 28. You know what I'm saying? 28, 29 when I met her. You know what I'm saying? And when on potential, she had 3 girls, but they was by the same dude. And she was like, hey, I just need a chance. Or I thought, you know what I'm saying? Go off potential. Can't go off potential though. I learned that lesson. You know what I'm saying? Learned the tough lesson. So, but the song came from
I heard you say in your song. I heard you say in your song that your pops told you old girl wasn't shit. Bro, that's some deep shit. Like let's go into that. What your pops tell you?
Okay, all right. When I came coming back from getting shot, I was in the hospital, and my pops didn't allow a lot of people to come through, and he basically stopped even her from coming through because she was trying to come see me. He was like, "Nah, I don't trust her. She ain't shit." And I was like,
So you had got shot.
"Yeah."
What led up to that? Like, what was going on through there? What did you think in past moments? Like, talk about that.
Okay. I got fed up. I pretty much got fed up of basically, like I said, I was taking care of her, and it was always up and down. I might as well been by myself. You know what I'm saying? I could do bad by myself after 9 years. So, I then came to a certain part in my life where had moved to another spot, and I didn't kicked her out. She back with her mama, but she would still come over every now and then, and I let her move back in again one time, and it just, I guess she got mad at me or something, and she said, "Well, I'm gonna go. I'll find somebody else." I'm like, "Go find somebody else." But I guess the whole time between her coming back and going stay with her mom, she had ran into somebody already, and just I guess she tried to come play, see how it worked between me and her. But when it didn't, it blew up again. She went off and found that dude. But she goes off to go be with the dude, and it wasn't greener on the other grass. All you had to do was just do your part as a woman. That's all I had asked for anyway. But it was like, because sex don't keep a man. I mean, you already know that, KK. Dirty sex don't keep no man. So
how would you say that you transform that traumatic experience? How was the process in transforming it into the music?
Patience and just real life, just real life, patience and thankfulness. I'm gonna say thankfulness. God, I was blessed. Doctor said when I got shot, it hit me, could have hit my heart, but it didn't. It went through my other organs, and the other one went straight through and came out the other side. So the one that was meant to hit my heart didn't. So I just got to thank God. And then I looked at the situation where I was going through. I was in a place where I couldn't move. I was in a place where I was pretty much in need of others. You take life for granted when you're losing. You're on a bag. You go from hustling every day, making a lot of money, to doing nothing in an amount of less than a day. It happened so fast. You get into a fight. You get into a fight, and they come back with a gun.
Closest to you that you thought was gonna be there around?
Cool.
The people that you thought was gonna be close to you during while you was experiencing that trauma.
I mean, people try to get close when I start going through it, but I had already psychologically been messed up. You know what I'm saying? Getting shot, just a lot of trauma, bro. PTSD. I was having nightmares. I would call them nightmares because I was thinking I was falling and shit. Sometimes waking up thinking I'm still getting shot, like the nigga standing over me or something. You know what I'm saying? So
on your music, I have myself seen your music go from okay to great in a short period of time. What has happened in your life? Like, where did you see the light? Where did the light bulb come on? Like, because there's an obvious difference. I've heard several people say that so far. Like, where did the light bulb come?
Spiritually, a whole connection, because I was just first of all, I was just reaching. You know what I'm saying? Just reaching. Yeah, spiritually. First of all, spiritually. Spiritually is what. Yeah, I'm gonna say spiritually because at first everything I rapped about was just kind of like feel good. You know what I'm saying? I might have been hustling, but a lot of stuff was I was just kind of finessing. Hustling sound to sound good. A lot of stuff comes from the soul now, man. It comes from the heart. It just comes from the gut. Like it really happened. Like I'm really rapping about some stuff that really touched me and it really affected my life. So I think pouring my pain into and then learning learning how to become a man through the pain, man. I wasn't a man. I was still a boy. As mentally, anyway, even though I might have been 34 or whatever time or whatever age at the time I was shot. You know what I'm saying? I mentally, I broke my barrier. I broke my barrier mentally. So I can't really say nothing to the fact that my music got better through me observing and actually having some type of real connection to what I was talking about. That's the difference of what from myself before and patience and just going through what I'm going through, man. You don't learn, sometimes you don't learn patience till you go through the fire, till you become that diamond. It takes you going through a fire to become that diamond. You know, pressure may bust a pipe. When that situation happened, it didn't cause me to die. So I took that as a strength now, like, okay, there ain't too much, nothing I can't conquer. There ain't too much I can't figure out. Why not? It's a matrix now. That's what it felt like. Like, okay, I lived through somebody where they tried to take my life. So I feel like, okay, this music now should be easy. Everything else is easy. And once you learn, you have patience with yourself. That was the greatest thing, because I didn't learn patience till I was subdued and I couldn't move. And I was on the mercy of and then I had to learn how to walk again. So that type of, that depth of that struggle and that pain, that teach you a lot. That teach you a lot. I want to say that go further than just the basic average life. That goes a little bit further. Your pain is a lot deeper than your average person pain, that you have to start all over, or you have to be on the mercy of somebody else's watch, or you on a shit, or I'm gonna say colostomy bag. I ain't gonna just say shitter bag, but when you on a shitter bag, you on a colostomy bag for half a year, you don't know if you really gonna come back from that situation where your confidence is gone. As a man, you ain't getting no pussy from no girls. Girl ain't trying to fuck with you. Your homeboy driving with you. Your bag pop off. They're like, ooh, man, nigga, what's that smell? You just out of there mentally. You out of there. You just gone. So when you embrace all that, you suck that back up, and you able to actually be okay from that, you kind of take that pain and roll with it. And that's gonna break your music to another ground, because not everybody's experienced the same pain. Everybody experiencing the same pain. So
hey, and your pain, sharing that, bro. That's real. That's real.
Yeah, that shit real. Yeah, bro. And your pain, like you name your album Torn Soul. Like, and I know for a fact you also have done something else that's very difficult. You lost a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you say Torn Soul. Not only have you been through that yourself, you actually lost a child. And people deal with a lot of different things as far as what you go through in life. But losing a child, bro, that has to be one of the most difficult things I could possibly think about somebody. Like, you never supposed to outlive your children. Yeah.
Yeah, the children, man. You know, the whole thing.
I actually that situation is so touchy too, because you know I lost my son through some stuff that I wouldn't even think I did. I mean, he was withholding a lot of information from me, and that's tough because you don't want your child to keep stuff from you. And then when I was start getting closer to him, that's when he fell back again. It's like, this world is so persuasive, and if they don't have the right grip at them at a young age, or understanding just the foundation, you know, most women that are single mothers, you know, they worried about themselves. They're not worried about the child as much. I don't think so. I'm not trying to be saying women don't, but I'm saying the facts of them worried about trying to get the money from the dead, for them trying to get their life together, from them trying to make sure they got a house, and it's hard for them to focus on the child to make sure that this child has a foundational point to go forward in life.
So you didn't know, I'm trying to just be correct with the story and get it from the horse's mouth. So when your child was first born, were you at the hospital?
No, I wasn't at the hospital. I wasn't informed of my child being born.
You wasn't. So you wasn't somebody that actually even knew that you had a child.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't informed that I knew I had a child at all. I was withheld. I was told that if the person was pregnant, it wasn't mine. So I mean, when you told that, you're like, well, damn, you know, all you can do is move on. Moved on, but then it ended up being my child. So, you know, as a man, you try to do the right thing, and even though you do the right thing, you still get stepped on, you know. You still get stepped on by a woman. A woman can, you know, had too much power at that time to me to finesse, to control and bring a child in somebody's life when they wanted to because they use government funds. Now they finding out, well, you gotta find out who that father, but well, she should have did that a long time ago, you know. Why y'all don't get on her for that? Why we gotta get the brute force? Like we ran or something. You know, that wasn't the case. You know, she just wanted to be facetious. That's people understand the word facetious, selfish, vindictive, whatever other word I could possibly think of. She wanted to be she just didn't want to she didn't want to come full straight up about it. And that's what helped with hell. Then when she did, he's 3.5, and I don't know, you know, what he's been around. I don't know who's been bathing him. I don't know who touched him. Don't know anything. So by the time I get him, he has a personality. And it wasn't because I wanted to stay away from my child. She just withheld my child from me just because she was young and she wanted to be like that. That was just her choice. I had no say so, but to sign papers when I found out it was mine. Then I get treated like I'm the bad guy, like weird.
Yeah.
But hey,
bro. So
yeah, I went around him. Went around him. So he basically kind of grew up. He grew up wanting his daddy, and then I don't know who was around him and who had my child. You know what I'm saying? Besides her, but you know, when she a woman, she got other people that babysit, watch your child, do this child. You don't know.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, your son, bro, because this should be a major thing. Like, let me first say that I don't want to sweep nothing under the rug. When we bring people on here, like, as much as we can talk about, to be real, affect the next person's life. Like, we want to have an impact. Not only have an impact, when you come out, everybody want to know who this artist is. When you say Torn Soul, what have you been through? What is your story? If I'm looking at your biography and we wrote a movie on this person, what would you expect in that movie? You know what I'm saying? So that's what we really want to do. Give a bright index, a bright light on exactly who is Icewater. What has Icewater been through? What would we be expecting to hear from this person? I mean, they real life, because yeah, a lot of people have to be in the industry and portray images and all that. We see that, you know, cool. But at the end of the day, we want to get like to the big thing, because was here. It was a hole for a lot of people, communities. There's a lot of, and it's so crazy. Even you being a father, would struggle because you want to see your son as how you vision your son, how your son born. It's a lot of things that I know is like sensitive subjects that I wouldn't want to touch, but I would just want to, like, when you talk about these things, like, not to long draw them out, but get them towards like exactly how it happened. Like some of the deep, like you say, the realest shit you ever said, if it came out, it would be what? Because we've seen people say a person thinks a person's tricking them cross-dressing. If they thought that. By the way, has the person that,
that's why he passed. But that's why he passed, though. That's why he passed, because it was random. They said he went off to go, even the people that were around him say he went off to go on a date, and they didn't know who he was going to go see. So you're going to go on a date that even your people, you're supposed to be at home cooking, watching TV and chilling, and all of a sudden you went on a date that your people didn't even know where you're going. So it was kind of odd that happened.
So just
So
explain a
he go,
little bit, a brief concept about your son real quick. Explain the introduction about your son.
well,
And
Yeah,
then get back into
what's his name? Where he
his
grow
name,
up at? Like,
his name,
yeah,
okay, his name Kier Solomon, Lepre Solomon. He grew up in I want to say Pleasant Grove area. He was born in the Pleasant Grove, Dallas area. Grew majority up in Pleasant Grove. Uh, I used to get him every other weekend for a while, most of the time. Back and forth from Carrollton to Pleasant Grove, but he had moved to Carrollton for a little bit and actually stayed in the Carrollton projects, right there off Frankfurt and no, is that Midway and
yeah.
Frankfurt? Yeah, stayed in the. So he's been in both sides of the world, and as in living wise, you know what I'm saying. That's why his mom always kind of made it a reason to kind of hate on me. Oh, your dad's not paying child support. Like that's all she ever told him, you know. So I dealt with that. But as in him coming into his own light, he dealt with a lot of type of drama at the house because his mom was just really blatantly disrespectful of me for no reason. I mean, I don't know what I did, but whatever. She always calls the reason for him to always second guess me and always question me about child support. Like
and
that's all
what
she ever told me.
was your son's audience more in depth about it? What was your son's sexual orientation?
Um, I knew him as a boy, but his mom told me when he turned 18, he was grown, so he was allowed to do what he wanted to do. And I mean, growing up around 12 and 13, I noticed him having issues with other people at his school about his friends, and his friends were gay. So I was like, I'm like, why are you worried about your friends? What's going on with them? Why people talk to them crazy? Why they mad? Well, people need to stop being so mean. And I was like, okay, so I kind of had a feeling then something was he was his mom told me your son was gay, and she told me around 11 and 12. So he was supposed to be gay, and I kind of took that, at 11 and 12, and I started, talking to him. And my mom we took him to church, but he didn't go officially to church. Like we couldn't really instill any values in him because anything we did got discredited or got thrown out or got
Hold on,
hated on.
can I ask you that? Can I ask you that right there? You said church. In hindsight, churches has been in our communities for a long time. Like,
Well, I'm not
in
necessarily
hindsight,
saying church.
no,
I'm not
no, no, no,
necessarily just
no, no,
church.
no. Let me deep finish this question. Dwayne Wade has a son. Dwayne Wade has a son. That people say Dwayne Wade's son is gay. So with that being said, a lot of people used to think that you could take young people to church, but now this is like rampant in our community. Like, I mean, not our community, this civilization, like nation, like it's a big thing. Everywhere you go, it's no way around it now. It's almost like, do you just accept people for what they are, try to tell them how to stay safe, give them the rules, lessons, like do this, don't do this. Like, I look at it like this.
I say more of a spiritual connection because I mean church as in he started understanding how to love himself because he come dead like dead. Are we supposed to do this? Like, will God do this? Or will God like he started asking me a lot of questions when he started being nervous about what he was going through. That's what I'm saying. Something spiritually was going on with him and him trying to figure things out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if and then when we did take him to church, he'd be wondering, church say certain things, and then he started hearing it. He'd be like, well, if I feel this way, will God, be mad at me if I feel this way? Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I noticed that going on. He started having little dibbies with himself, wondering, and that was like around that age. So I'm not necessarily saying church, but when you don't have no type of spiritual anything, your mama ain't taking you and praying, ain't doing nothing with you, ain't doing nothing with you. I don't know what to say, because you don't know how to meditate and levitate at an early age. You don't come out your womb. You don't come out knowing none of that stuff. So if your mom is not putting any spirituality in you, that leaves you open for anything. That's all I'm saying. If you don't have nothing in you, that's all I'm saying. That leaves you open, because you're not having a balance in life. All you know is to feed. All you know how to feed what you like, what you want to do, what you trying to do, and at the same time, it's not always about you, and you gotta save your soul. You feed the flesh, you can feed the flesh every day, but that doesn't mean you saving yourself in spiritual light. And she didn't teach him nothing. She didn't know. She don't do nothing. She never did nothing to this day. She told me Karma was her best friend.
So do you think when someone has a child in this world and that child never knows their father, do you think that that takes a certain protection? Is it safe to say that that could take a certain protection? Like, do we as people have to start looking after people? Like, because I understand, like, you got the internet, all of these type of things nowadays, but nobody should ever leave the home, bro. And you have somebody at home, you should never leave the home with nobody. Stuff that people should definitely be instilled they out there. Like, they are safe, but when you 18, 19, you meet new people on the internet, there never should be a point where nobody knows where you at. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And if somebody not telling you that, then we telling you that now. Like, you know, it's my bro right there. He lost his day. Nobody has been found. Am I right? Nobody still knows. It's like a cold case. Why?
Yep.
Why? Like, he lost his son. It's a whole LGBT community. All of those people out there, like all of that. Kiera Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon. Yep. Lepre Solomon. Yep.
Kiera Capri Solomon. Like, yeah, his son, he lost his life. Nobody has still been, still a cold case. Cold case. Nobody knows nothing. He went out, never returned, found shot in his car. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So if you young and you out there in this world doing whatever, like, tell them around you, let somebody know where you at, where you going, in case something happens to you. Like, it's a world where
when you're living another life and you hiding from yourself anyway, you're hiding from your people. You're not trying to be, you don't. That's why you're not letting your daddy know what's going on with you. Period. Where you at? What you doing? How, you went to go change yourself? Go get, So are you at peace with yourself for real? If you're hiding, you can't be. And he wasn't happy.
No. But see, if you giving peace up to all my people, it's only coming from a good place. But me personally, I think that everything is the people who think that they are homosexual. A lot of them say binary. Binary means that you identify with both sexes, but you don't think that you're either sex. That's what the binary people. But they don't. If you spiritual people in Egypt, some of them were dressed, but they were binary, men or women. They was like like people would perceive nuns or post, but these people were mediums. They were psychic. They see through people's life. They can see a whole lot of things, and they help keep the government to people ratio balanced. Like, kept the you know what I'm saying? They kept things balanced, but they didn't look at it like perverted. Like, in our state of mind, we not taught the spiritual part, so people roll with perversions. And a person say, "Oh, that's your son," but they address their son like a woman, and then next thing you know, the son is thinking that he has boy coochie or the weirdest stuff in this world. But if a man is there, that man, you say what?
It's off of feelings, though. That's what it's off of. It's also
Yeah.
I feel like I'm attracted to, and then you try it. Then you think it's okay. You give it a validation to do it. You give yourself validation to do it after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It go from wondering to trying it to validation. Then you feel like you are this person that you created in your mind,
Yeah.
and and to me, that's just people. I don't not like I say, I'm not no hater of the transgender community or the LGBTQT whatever community. Excuse me. Uh, I'm not either. I'm not a hater on that either. It's just the fact of there's reality, there's gender, there's a man, there's a woman, there's hermaphrodites. They even give you 3 weeks for those hermaphrodites to choose what you're gonna be. You're gonna be a woman. You're gonna be a man. You only get 3 weeks. Doctors tell you that. The CDC. People don't play. So
should children be able to choose their gender?
no, I don't think child. How is a child gonna choose a gender when you come out and you can't profess with your tongue. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't speak. You wipe your booty. Change your diaper. No, I'm changing your diaper. I'm changing your diaper. And if I want a boy, and you got both, making you. And then now, I'm not saying that is correct because they're gonna stay that way. But while I raise you, I'm gonna raise you to be a boy. You come if that's what I wanted, and you got two things. Hey, cut this off, doctor. I want this. I want a boy. I wanted a boy. You go with what you want. God, this is your child. God delivered this child through you, through your blood.
Yeah.
They didn't get a baby. They didn't get a baby to you. I mean, the baby didn't get to you. They didn't. Oh, baby, here you go. Baby don't know what's going on. No. Baby not even know what's going on. Listen, if you remember when you came out your mama booty, then you was a bad mama. Shut your mouth. If you if you remember what's going on when you came out your mama booty, whoa,
he was on point. He's on point. Hey, but hey, bro, we're gonna definitely we need to start making sure, regardless, Kier Life don't go in vain. So and
I'm glad I'm able to talk about it.
Even whoever did, real shit. And whoever did out there, like
it was somebody around. It was somebody around him. I noticed all these funny people around my son that I ain't never seen in my life, and he was fake smiling. He goes by the name of KAPTRIA, whatever that name was. But the people that was around him, that's somebody know who did it. So, somebody close to him or knew he was going over there. He went on, or it could have been a hate crime because you setting yourself up. You setting yourself up as dressing up where, I heard it was somebody through tag. You never know. You mean people online going on a date, random date, you go meet somebody in the back of apartments. You knew them. They were in your car with them, with you. Shot you in your chest one time.
Damn. So whoever shot him was in the car.
Door was open. He was slumped over.
Damn.
In the back of an apartment. So the car was running. He had the car running. So he was in there talking to this person with the car running.
Yeah, bro.
So,
man.
So whatever happened, it could have been somebody was upset at you. Somebody was mad. It was random. They didn't know you was who you was. You met them in the back apartments. They saw you. They got in the car. They was like, what? And that's why it's dangerous to live that life. That's why I told them even before then. It was so funny because my mama was doing some research about him going down to the doctor in Houston because he was really getting life-changing, altering body things done to him, as in getting breasts. Like he had got his breast done, But the doctors were noting, you know, doctors, they have to note everything when they're doing stuff to you. They have to know what you're going through. And he was screaming, not screaming, but crying. He was crying, talking about, oh, it hurt. Well, what you thought it was gonna be? Like, what you thought? You think put some breast in you is gonna feel good? Did you think putting some breast in you is gonna feel good? Did you think that?
Hey man, we
Like,
you know, at a certain point, I wish to get people from